Jonathan Reichert here. So a few people asked me about this exercise I was mentioning to do with using the pinky. And a lot of people don't like the pinky finger at first when they're learning the guitar, but it does get better, I promise. But if you leave it out of everything forever, you know, it's just not going to catch up to all your other fingers, and then you start to feel like your pinky will never be as comfortable as your other fingers. So I didn't come up with this completely this exercise, but I have my own way of doing it, which is that you've got 4 fingers in your left hand, and there's 24 different combinations of those fingers. And so you might find, what I was finding after a while is that I was really good at certain ones and then not as good at other ones in terms of keeping my pinky finger from hiding away like this. A lot of times the pinky, you're playing and your pinky finger just wants to stay out here. And that's really difficult, because then when you want to use it, it has all that distance to travel. So I started doing these exercises just as something to do each day when I just want to quickly grab my guitar and play something. And they could also be used for picking or for speed, but really the first thing I would do with each of these exercises is play it slowly, and with each individual note that you play with your first 3 fingers, see if you can get your pinky finger to stay over the fretboard ready to go. Even if it's just, you know, starting to get over the first string and second string, until it's all of a sudden it's hanging out with all the other fingers and just as comfortable. So here we go. I'm just going to play a couple versions of it, and then you can come up with your own. I'll put a little list at the end of the different combinations you could use, but just get creative and try to play different ones, and don't always get used to playing the same one over and over. Hey, there's one more important thing to that I recall I was going to explain in this exercise, which is that I press very lightly on my strings. You might have noticed that in all my videos, and someone was commenting on my Disco Daddy video about how my fingers are playing quite lightly in the chords and on the notes, even through the fast passages. So I practice everything until I can play it with the lightest amount of pressure possible, so that it's just very relaxing and it's not like straining. So here we go. I'll choose, how about 1, 3, 2, 4. And what I'm going to do is just pick an area. I'll pick the 7th fret. I'll pick the 9th fret. Nice and close to the camera here. And then I'm going to play that combination on each string, moving through the different strings, and then I'll play it coming back up. So 1, 3, 2, 4, and I'm going to get that pinky finger to stay out here. Here we go. So you'd be surprised how much harder that is than just doing something like 1, 2, 3, 4 or 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 1, 3, 2. Here we go. It's a tricky one, another good one. I mean, you'll never master them all, I'm sure, but you can start to really find where your weaknesses are. Let me finish off by doing a run through of kind of more how I work on them now, which is to put on some drums, do some alternate picking, and play through a couple, let's say, permutations or a couple frets worth of one of those exercises. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to throw on some drums. I will do 1, 2, 4, 3, and then I'll let you take it from there. Here we go.